What is up, Windraiser Nation, and welcome back to our first ever NCL Season 7 Digest. I almost had a fucking stroke. Anyways, we're back after a couple seasons off, and we're also back for Take 2, because it wouldn't be a Windraiser YouTube channel without some fuck-ups in between, so bear with us if the commentary is not amazing, because we did already go through this, so we're gonna kind of skim over some stuff that we kind of talked about before. But anyways, I'm joined by my beautiful and new co-host, Mystery CD.
It wouldn't be a Windraiser upload if James didn't fuck something up. What the fuck is up, party people? My name is Mystery, and I am glad to be back on the Windraiser channel. What the fuck is going on?
We also have a big shout out and thank you to the biggest KB lover, Toka Kissin' the Glock, and Taylor Hater himself, Jamall.
Whoa, I do not hate Taylor, okay? That's insane. What's up, people? You know, it's your guy, Jamall.
Anyways, thank you, Jamall, for...
The people's champ.
Yes, for sure, for real. But thank you, Jamall, for joining us back for Take 2 here.
Of course, you know, listen, I got nothing better to do. It's my off day.
For all of you people out there, to give you a little insight to the recording studio with me and Mystery, we recorded this at about 10 a.m. and we recorded for about an hour and a half when I realized I was not recording anyone's audio. So we're back here at almost 5 o'clock at night after a whole work shift, and we're here for it. So big shout out to these two guys sticking with me.
Don't worry, we still gonna cook your teams and your matches.
Oh, we know, yep. We're cooking today. So as always, this is me and Mystery's biggest caveat or whatever. What's the word, Mystery? Just don't take this personally kind of word.
Yeah, I mean, it's all jokes and you know, hopefully constructive criticism.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. This is all for constructive criticism. This is all for making you guys better. We're a developmental league. This is why we do these videos, and we want you guys to learn from some of the more experienced coaches, and then also we're learning as we go as well. So just kind of take it as it is. Take it with a grain of salt. Skylar is the biggest one that can tell you. We roast her all the time. She still does well, so we're here for it.
Isn't it? If I say a mon's trash, you know, it may just be decent, okay? Don't take it too hard.
Except for Banana, no, that is trash.
No, that, of course, that mon's garbage can. Okay.
But that's very bad.
You can't convince me.
Anyways, we're back in it, and we're looking at the schedule, and we're gonna standings here. Pretty crazy across the board. This is very different from D1, where this is very strewn across after week 1, but let's just hop right in the games. And first off, we have the first game of the season that was played, Glimpse versus Koinu, and I'm gonna put this on fast and just let it play, but you guys can kind of just give your commentary or talk about the game. You don't have to necessarily talk about the turns.
Well, you know, first up we get to see defensive Mega Diancie that never Mega Evolves. Everyone's favorite hood classic, Lop counter. Who needs Tauros Paldea Water for Chien Pao Lop matchup when you have when you have
Electron Diancie?
I don't know, man. I think Glimpse had a really poor build this week. His whole team feels, you know, and since I get to rant again because all this recording was never put into the atmosphere, but this whole team feels like fucking Glimpse is just trying to stat pad with this the low kicks again. I don't know. It gets 3 kills. Congrats, man. You're not, if you build like this every week, you're gonna lose a lot of games because there's no reason Toro should have ever not come to this game. He has a Chien Pao and a Lop. What else? Like, what other game is Tauros Paldea Water coming to than this game right here?
And
plus it's very strange that the Torn, he has Torn, right?
Yes.
That got benched too when that's the final assist. Kind of crazy. Also, even Dark Treads, I don't know why that was a defensive terror, or like Rocky Helmet, because that's the best way to punish Megalopunny and Megalopunny and also Chien Pao with a Rocky Helmet. So yeah, like this dude saying, where was the Tauros? Where was the Torn?
Jamall talked about it too. If like you're using Diancie as like a weird defensive check, and your only form of recovery is Draining Kiss against a fucking Corv team, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you're not gaining any HP back. You're not recovering anything.
At that point, just run Red Sleep Talk.
So, I don't understand too why the Iron Treads that has Terra wasn't here. That looked, I mean, the Iron Shreds was here, but it didn't Terra, and it just kind of died to get rid of rocks for no reason.
Like, why was that not the low plane trick? Yeah.
Yeah, and like Mystery said, there was a whole ass like you draft Tauros Paldea Water for like these matchups. This is why you want. Yeah,
Exactly.
you draft it for these Pokemon. Like, why else would you draft it? I don't understand. So,
Like, that's like if I got the fire one and then bring versus Shiyu. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, not a whole lot else to say. I think you can skip ahead until the. Oh, is this where it comes out? No, never mind.
this
no,
is when
Champion.
Chanpao comes out,
Champion.
crunches, and then leaves.
Once Iron Moth comes out, then we can actually like talk about the game.
I think it comes out here soon.
And see, that's another thing too.
Well,
The
yeah,
Diancie
here
is
it
just
is.
weird.
Go back. Okay, well.
What were you gonna say, Jamall?
Here it is.
I was like, the Diancie set's weird too, cause like, what is it doing versus Sylveon?
Exactly.
Anyway.
It loses to everything. There's a Corv and a Sylveon. It just, I don't know. I hate it.
But you know, now we got Gunmon on the field.
We had the Iron Moth that got every single special attack raised with Fury Dance.
Awesome.
No, I
Terra
could never.
Steel.
I don't know why he didn't Terra Steel against the Slow King to begin with, but I guess it's fine too.
I was gonna say, like, imagine if Glimpse had Side Shark, it would have died.
Yeah, Coin didn't play that perfectly, but it ended up working out, and that is pretty much the game.
Pretty
so.
sure Sylveon cleans, or the Slow Kicks gets one more kill, and what comes out? Champow, and then that cleans. I think he's locked in because he was banded. Cool. All right.
Yeah.
So basically, the thing with this, Koinu, for criticism for you, not really criticism, I think you did really well. The Iron Moth was very, very cool. I think you played that well. Could have Terraced sooner, but that's nitpicky. Whatever, you won with it.
No, the one thing I would say, I don't agree with the low play set, but that's about it.
I agree. There's a big thing that
Well, I think,
me and Mystery will tell you for very long. We've been saying this for a very long time. You don't have to run Fake Out every week. I know it's week 1. But even if you have Fake Out, Mystery's gonna go on a rant about this. Having Fake Out's fine, but you don't need to click it. Why click Fake Out when you can press U-turn or 2-co something? Or
Exactly.
there's no reason to just consistently always press Fake Out. Press it when you need to. If it comes in handy, like if you're bringing it for a matchup where you want to break a sash for something you think might be sash, or just for some form of priority, that first turn strong priority, then go at like cool. Go ahead, Fake Out to your heart's content for that. But when it comes to like anything else in that matter, like you can gain so much more from wasting a turn of just doing 3% to a Diancie coming in, and rather than just you turning out.
People see Fake Out and they're just like, oh, I lose absolutely nothing by clicking at this turn, which
It's
in
not
the
true.
sense of like you're not taking damage maybe yourself if they don't have a fucking helmet. But you give up so much momentum, or you can just CC instead of Fake Outing Diancie for 6%, you can CC and do 45, and really start to put the pressure on. I just don't understand. Like, Fake Out is it's fine every once in a while, but I don't think it's an every week type of move.
Exactly. Like I'm fine with Fake Out, especially especially if it was for like backs, but outside of that, you don't like James said, you just don't need to click it. Especially the low plenty. That is a mod people bringing Rocky out before. Well, most of the time.
Yeah, unless your name is Glimpse, and you're just trying to stat pad your low kicks. Yeah.
The thing
You
is
need to
too,
be
if
safe.
you're bringing Fake Out just for priority, run fucking Quick Attack. I don't give a fuck, man. Just don't fucking run that move constantly.
Again, I'm fine with Fake Out in this sense if it was for backs, because if it D-dances, then Fake Out is the best priority for it.
No, I agree on
Yeah.
that. That's what I said earlier. But yeah, if you're looking at it just for in the aspect of I need priority, then go.
Oh
Quick.
yeah, 1000%.
All right, moving on to the Tay versus
Rapid
Flame. Sorry, I couldn't think of his name. We're gonna go through this, and you guys want to start off because I have a couple things I do want to say about this that you guys already know. But
You can go ahead,
I do.
Mystery.
I mean, once again, this battle proves that Specs Bulu is far superior to any other type of Bulu. For real, Enamorous was really tough for Rapid Flames. Naga was really tough for Rapid Flames. I just think this matchup is pretty tough overall. doesn't help when you swap your Bulu into a Will-O-Wisp, but I just don't like Rapid Flame's team in general. That's kind of just where it comes down to. There's a fucking Scolipede, there's a Bulu, and as much as I love Bulu, he's just mid. There's a
Wait, the Scolipede did get dropped?
No, it did not. It's still here.
Why?
The Iron Man Scolipede got dropped, but we'll get to that later. I mean, I do kind of like the Toxic. I don't love this set specifically for this team, but Toxic on Bulu is fine, like for Dirge coming in.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I don't love the build personally. I think, and also you fuck up your Terra on Annihilate, so pretty tough week for you overall. But I don't know. Rapid Flames is a good enough battler to bounce back, so hopefully we see that. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go really quick because we're about at the part. I'm gonna talk about.
Ahead.
So a big thing that happened was, first of all, Rapid Flames let his Moltres, which was his only an Amorous swap in, take a Draco to the face to get extra sensory damage off, which really sucks. So Enamorous kind of sealed the deal from here. However, this was the turn. I'm gonna pause it. We talked about this before. I'll be really quick with it. That I talked to Tay about. So the reason I was really against this play is and then Jamall and Mystery like to say, this kind of play shows that he doesn't know Annihilate very well. So this kind of play, if this Annihilate is like a Spadef bulky version, Terra Poison or Terra Steel, you're Dracoing into this while you're already -2 with grassy terrain recovery on the field, basically allowing this thing to just set up, which is really, really detrimental to your team. Like, you lose nothing by, we named like multiple swaps. You could go Rotom and either sack it or force him to kill you the next turn. Or you could go Dirge or even Harden Amorous if you really, really want to make that play. But
You about
Naga,
that life.
yeah, if you were about that life. But Naga is still extremely helpful here, except for the last 4 mons that you can still just drop Dracos on. And Annihilate is extremely scary here, and giving him the free Rage Fist boost, I feel, is just like setting yourself up for failure. Especially if he's like just a rest, sleep, talk, drain punch, bulk up set, something. Obviously Rage Fist in there, maybe just a rest set with Chesto or something in there. Even though you have Urshifu, you have to, like, at that point, giving this to him forces you to now make every play perfectly, which is obviously really hard to do. So, because obviously you have a kind of leeway with Urshifu and Enamorous, however, you kind of, it's still really scary in the fact of you probably have to lose a Pokemon or two, and then that makes Zygarde a lot scarier now and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I don't agree with this play at all. It worked out for him. I'm gonna let it play again, but that was just kind of my thought. If Jamall, if you have anything to add on to that.
I mean, basically, the thing is, this is for everyone. If you're playing Annihilate, you shouldn't be thinking like, okay, I need to get chip on this mon. No. It should be when you're about to attack, you should be thinking, okay, I'm gonna attack you with this mon to end so my next mon can knock it out.
Yep.
Or whatever. Yeah, it should be a two-hit combo Annihilate. If you're not hitting with the 2-hit combo, forcing it out, then the thought process is wrong. It's not, I'm gonna get chip on this mon. No, it's I'm gonna hit it with the 3-piece combo, the 2-piece combo.
Yep. You can't just chip down Annihilate. It's just not gonna work. You're just making it stronger. So, anyways, Mystery, anything to add, or can I move on?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. In a sense, good win for Tay, but I think a lot to learn from it, and he's still one of the top contenders in D2.
And don't take this as like a knock on you, Tay. Your team's fucking busted, and you still won this game like fairly easily, especially with the Enamorous late. So don't take that as like especially knock on you. You did fucking amazing for this week, and just something to remember, especially facing Annihilate, because later down the road, if Rapid Flames makes changes and you see them in playoffs, you don't want to make the same mistake. So,
especially Nago, so good.
Exactly. Yep. All right. Moving on, we have Battle Hunts versus Zai. This is Battle Hunts' first ever game in NCL, and I think this is his first league, right?
He did like some weird Instagram leagues where they did like free drafts and stuff, but like of a professional, like
the
organized
good old
league.
days.
Yeah. Of an actual organized league, this is his first ever draft league game. So, as James said before, we're a developmental league. The goal is to try and turn people into the best battlers possible. We have some success stories, and he might be one of them, but this was not his finest moment, as we'll see with a certain Dark Pulse Pokemon that is not named GU.
It's named Tunsex.
That's my guy, Tongue Sex. Also, Minecraft,
I didn't even know his name was Minecraft.
I yeah, I mean, I mentioned this the first time, but I will say it again. Even though it didn't work out, I do respect Battle Hunt's lead in the Ice Cube. I think that was definitely the best, definitely a good play.
It causes pressure for like Chiyu and Melmetal and
Yeah, that's what
Salamence to
I'm
win. Yeah, for sure.
Like if Ice Cube breaks through the team a little bit, she was like, "Yes, sir."
I really thought too after he belly drum that Infernape was just gonna have Mach Punch and then nothing would happen. I was like,
he would have lived.
he would not have in fucking noise form. No way,
That would
dog.
have been so
would.
sad.
He was at like 60%. He was not living.
He would definitely live.
Oh,
He
yeah,
would
this was another thing. I feel like imagine if this was like the mentalist Terra Fairy could actually done something because it resists the Sucker Punch from King Gambit,
Mhm.
but instead it's fire.
Or
Yeah,
Terra
Terra Dark
Crunch.
or Terra
Yeah.
Terra Fairy would have been really nice. So that's something to think about because King Gambit's obviously going to want to revenge you with Sucker. Alakazam's faster than you and is going to want to hit you. Terra Fairy for Garchomp if it wants to click a dragon move on you. It would have made your
Yeah.
setup a lot easier, and that's what you're going to want to go with for Salamence. So just keep that in mind. Not a horrible first showing. I mean, it's a 15 turn 4-0. It looks kind of rough, but you're learning. I think he'll do better
of all
soon.
things, it wasn't bad. The Tangrowth
Mhm.
play was pretty bad. He just probably didn't realize. A lot of people forget Sludge Bomb on
More like
Thundurus.
he didn't realize Tangrowth was that frail. He's like, damn.
Yeah, man. If you're not AV, you're not living that shit.
He grows
then
runs 3 items.
a big
AV,
thing, too,
Rocky
with-
Helmet, a leftover.
Yep. And the big thing with tongue sex here, there's very, 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 very rarely any ever as the common Gengar champion here.
Champion, he says, with 0 playoff wins.
Shut the fuck. That's not even true. That's Taylor. I have plenty of playoff
I'm
wins.
talking about Gengar, but yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, because he lost. Okay, it's my fault.
We should pull that replay up.
No, that team was so bad. I'm still mad. I'll still flame Will right now for making me bring them fucking rhyme instead of Rotom Heat Check. So Gengar, you're never really gonna ever run Dark Pulse. There's pretty much never a time you're gonna run it. That Shadow Ball won't just do the trick for you. So just keep that in mind.
Unless you're playing like Hisuian Zoroark, that's about the one
That's,
time.
like,
See, I was
roughly
trying to
it,
think,
yeah.
but what if it one time? Yeah, that would be it.
So
'cause it
keep
resists
that in mind
Sludge
for
Bomb.
Hisuian Zoroark. But other than that, please don't run Dark Pulse.
Mhm.
But yeah, you could have done worse, so it's fine.
Yep.
Yeah, not
And
bad
for
for
Zai,
a game.
unfortunately, not a lot to. Good job, I guess.
I mean, you just cooked, so
Yeah.
that was a good Saj for name. He said, "No, sir, I'm not getting put on the ice cube shit."
Dude, the fucking thing. People were like,
He said, "Shouldn't be the
unfortunately
win."
not.
I'm like, he's like, "No, sir, it's not gonna be me."
Anyways,
Natural CC.
we have Big Steph, the people's champ, versus Sky.
Stefa.
Big Step.
Ooh, wait, that go
He needs Big Step on this team.
He need true.
Anyways, let's get this going.
Versus
Mystery,
Sky,
you can
yeah.
start us off.
Well, Gay, the Miascarada, did way too much to Goodra with just fucking U-turn. However, it's still a mid-ass Pokemon. I liked going Swampert to make it rain, but if you were fucking Liquidation, this all would have been fine. Dunsparce kind of puts you in a pack. Overall, you're learning Rain. I expected you to not do well this week. I really do think Steph will win some games because
For sure.
Rain is not like a hard pilot. It's kind of like you're like what's it called, an intern at like an airport. You're just along for the ride. Rain should kind of play itself. You're bringing a lot of the
W
same
freeze.
stuff. Yeah, true. But yeah, please bring
Also-
Liquidation on Swampert.
Also, Walking Wake, especially if he learns, like we kind of talked about it, to run like booster energy or stuff like that, the thing's gonna go
speed?
wild. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that was something I mentioned. That was unfortunate flamethrower. but yeah, that was like
just managing your rain turns. I sorry, I don't mean to cut everybody off, but that another
Okay.
thing too was Pelipper got sacked and was coming out at inopportune times, and I don't know. I just you know, you don't always want to lead Pelly, but also it's not the worst idea in the world. So just try to manage your rain turns well, and keep Pelipper as healthy as possible.
It's
And
one of those
I think
things
it'll be
that, yeah, for sure, Mystery. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
fine. No, you're fine.
Kind of what Mystery's saying too. If you don't know how to pilot rain, and especially in D2 if you're learning, leading Pelly is like kind of just, I don't want to say a no-lose situation. People can read you and obviously do that, but getting your rain up and then just hard swapping out if you need to, if you get the lead wrong, is never like a bad option, because now you have rain. So like your offense is already started up, you can get out of bad situations easier, even if you're just leading Pelly. Especially like since Pelly is a fucking Terra captain, it's never like an awful lead. So
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
then
it's
also
like
don't press
Pelipper.
Thunderbolt on a +2 Mega Lottie. Just press stab.
Unless you're really going for that Terra. But yeah, the biggest takeaway for the game specifically was that, like Mystery said, if you had Liquidation or Mega Swampert, it would really change this game up. And I think, and also like mentioned Pelipper, but also like if you got like Walk Awake, sooner, I feel like you could have done a lot. Cause look at Sky's team, the water assist is Megalodios, the dragon. Okay, one Draco is dead. One Draco away from a Swamper sweep. And then after that, it's Dunsparce trying to hold it down.
Yeah, there ain't no way Dunsparce.
Nothing against-
Dunsparce was tasked with walling Mega Swampert and Walking Wake.
Yeah.
He is not built for this moment.
I was just gonna say, like, if Steph like just gets rain up and like has almost full rain turns, and like this fucking Walking Wake was booster energy, what the fuck was the swapping?
That's what I'm saying. Especially since early on, the Dunsparce did take damage from Pert. So literally, imagine if like a little earlier in the game, after those turns, Walking Away comes in with a speed boost. What happened?
Imagine if he
about-
just gets into Swampert during rain turns and then flip turns into Walking Wake. Like, what the fuck is she
That
supposed to do?
like you got. Well, obviously, you wouldn't want to go into a Dunsparce because it could glare. But
I mean,
anything
yeah, but
else,
if you have a
it
chip
could go
down-
crazy.
Mhm.
Did we
you
turn on Swampert? I'm sorry, I don't want to like.
No,
step
we
on
did.
everybody's
Yeah, we
toes.
did.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's the other thing too is like you don't have to like just raw attack. Like he waterfalled and then flip turned, I believe.
Yeah, he did.
Just
Check.
keep momentum up with rain. Like you just let it pilot itself. You don't always have to, just wait for your opportunities. Kind of get into good spots and let Walking Wake kind of carry you the rest of the way because he's broken as fuck. So
That's
Yeah,
for sure.
especially
I love the
since, like-
pairing with Swampert too, because like,
Mhm.
what are you saying? Because like, a lot of checks that'll come in to beat Swampert, you can flip turn and just go into Walking Wake. And especially like a lot of
Yeah.
grasses, since Walking Wake gets like fucking Hurricane and Draco Meteor hurts a lot, you can just
I mean,
kind of
even-
like go in.
It's also the thing too, where it's like Swamper's a physical attacker, and then Walk Away special. So it's like the checks are not gonna be the same.
Mhm.
yeah, and you got Coco to break all the bulky waters for him. So
Yeah.
you have the foundation. I really do
You
think
got the
Steph, you can
tools.
win some games. And Skylar's got a good team and is one of the better coaches in D2, I think. So, nothing really to be ashamed here. I don't think you played your best, and this was a 3-0, and it wasn't like I wouldn't say it's a dominant 3-0.
It wasn't,
Yeah.
for sure. I mean,
So-
the Lottie could have gotten out of hand if he didn't freeze. but
That's
yeah.
true. Yeah, no, I'll agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
But give it time, and I think Steph will bounce back. So yeah, I think we can move on.
All right,
Oh, no.
and then the first 6-0 of the season. Go ahead and spoil it, and it was unfortunately against Jamall's guy, Mr. Shocks. So I'm gonna let this play. I'm gonna start us off. A big thing that we said is, how do you get 6-0'd by fucking basically Zapdos when you have a Sandy Shocks?
Bro, you got care of the check. How you let this happen? It was choice. Listen, the Zapdos choice pick. Now see that shit hit strong. But with the combination of Great Tusk, Sandy Shocks, and like Victini, it has to predict. If it goes for Heat Wave, Victini comes in. If it goes for Hurricane, Mr. Shocks comes in.
And we
or
even saw
Aggro.
like Victini was claiming, like you could just click moves with Specs Victini.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just like that. I mean, I will say though, Karen Black was gonna run through this team because damn, he has no negative switches for that mon.
That
So
is
it's
crazy.
like,
This turn right here, why not go into Victini? You know he specs.
yeah,
Like,
why did he?
And like
Why
Shox
did
is
he
so
second?
valuable still too. Like I don't, yeah,
I
because
just
you can
realized,
still
why
get
was it
Volt
not
Switch
faster?
potential, and because that is true. He ran bulky
Wait, what?
then.
Hey, Monster. Hey, you got this.
in this
You got
matchup,
the
you
game,
should have been
bro.
like max HP, max speed, outspeed the Zapdos, and take hits from it.
Mhm.
Something like that.
You
Hey, if you
probably
need
still
advice on
took
how you
a lot from
shots?
Heat Wave, but like in that play, like if you know that you're not faster, go hard Victini. If you are faster, that's a free volt into Victini. Stuff like that, and like there's no fucking ground type on this team, so like
That's
Shox
true.
could
I
volt
didn't
switch
real-
everywhere.
This is just getting worse. I didn't realize that. Oh my goodness, Mr. Sharks, you got done dirty. Monster, trade him away. If this is the performance I'm gonna see, my heart can't handle it. Mr. Sharks deserves better. Please. If you need advice, you know you can DM me.
But yeah, I feel like Monster just gotta kind of get the hang of the team.
Play the game.
Mhm. I also feel like, see, there's something I did comment on
There's
last
this
time.
play right
Also,
after.
that's another thing too. Why did you go great touch and not big T? Why are these ground types get treated dirty? Oh my gosh. But yeah, I think one thing I did comment on like the last time was that I feel like Big Aggro had a very unfortunate matchup. Cause it's like it's kind of necessary for the fairy types, but also gets cooked by like everything else.
Yeah,
I agree.
I don't think it was like the most amazing bring ever. I think if he would have brought like Terra Steel Kiram or like
Oh, true.
a different type of like Shox Terra or something, it
I'm
could
just
have
like, I
helped
don't
him
know
with it
what
better.
else. I'm just like, I don't know what else he could have brought with Mega Aggron. Cause I don't. I'm not sure.
Kind of just gets
I
beat by his
understand.
entire team. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I get it for the fairies, but at the same time, like, Kieran Black's ability, Tapu Fini
Mystery,
Nature's
does
badness.
Aggron get Roar?
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess that could have maybe been okay, like against setup Fini, but yeah,
Set up
I don't
Zama
know.
with sub and
Yeah.
air defense.
I was like, that's
That's
the
why
only set that I could maybe see is like a Roar set.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like Aggron just had an unfortunate time. He's like, well.
I guess I'll just die. Anyways, that concludes D2. We're gonna go over some transactions. I think there were only 2, if I remember quickly. I know Rose made, so we'll talk about that. Basically, Rose dropped Finny and Hale with Rampardos in there, and picked up Mo, Blastoise, Grafai, Vanillux, and Kricketune, and
Oh,
changed
whoa!
her
You gotta
to
say
his-
the people that are listening. Look, I listen to these or whatever when I'm fucking washing dishes at work.
Drop
or,
Finny,
you know, just-
Satitan, Aurorus, Rampardos, and Crocalor. Or Rotom-Mow, Blastoise, Grafai, Vanillux, and Kricketune, making Rotom-Mow, Grafai, and Vanillux Terra Captains alongside Ceruledge.
There you go. I like this more, but it's not like significant. I think you have a little bit more depth than you used to because you had like 4 unbringable Pokemon from Titan down. I don't like Grafai, but at least he's not Rampardos or Aurorus or Titan. Vanillux is like baby Kyurem, and you already have Kyurem Black, so
Baby Kira.
you basically have 2 Kyurems.
She really wanted the snow warning, like really bad.
Listen, I get it.
The Blastoise is a mon I've coming around on. He's pretty bulky, like deceptively bulky. He gets spin, flip turn, and obviously you can do like shell smash stuff. Don't love the Rotom-Mow, and that's the mon I think that should be changed. Like at the deadline, you could try this team out for a few weeks, see how you do. But if you're gonna change one thing, I think you have 13 points sitting there right now to go make a change and
Yeah.
get something to complement the team a little bit more.
Terra Rotom-Mow is definitely better than regular, but I think I agree that's a waste of 13 points. You have a fucking
I feel like, yeah, I feel like you could find a way better grass with that many points. But
You can
yeah,
get a 2-point grass that is easily better than whatever the fuck Rotom-Mow is doing for
True.
you, and you already have an electric type. So, yeah, you have plenty of points. I think this is still fixable. I wanted to mention I hate that you have both Screamtail and Tinglu, and you have no Healbellers on this team, as far as I can see. So that's really rough. Or Aromatherapy, you know, all that same shit. And losing Feeny while not getting one of those is pretty tough. So, yeah, That's my piece.
If she wanted to
Yeah.
spend this much on a grass, she could go get something like Serena or something like that.
True.
Not
but-
amazing,
Probably,
but
probably taken, but
like Mister was saying, and I said before, I saw like the conversation that like Rose was having with Times, and I gotta disagree with even though I like the team more because it feels more like a team and not like, okay, I'm only got prep for like 2 months. I do disagree with the part of like how Feedy was like was like not a good fit on this team because one, even though it lowers Karen Black's Dragon's moves, the only dragon move you really click is Skill Shot, and you're not doing that for damage, and so it's like, most times spam like Freeze Dry, Ice Beam, Earth Power, etc. Use your boat. So it's not even that bad. Plus, like giving Karen Black immunity to like status is really good. I think that's a bigger benefit in exchange for like lowering his dragon type moves. Like, so there's that. And plus, I feel like they focus too much on like Feedy plus Karen Black and not Feedy plus the team. Because like Mystery said, you have no like your team. You got Extreme to Tinglu. I wonder what I'm gonna do versus those bots. Oh wait, toxic. Oh, Blastoise toxic. So it's like with Feedy at least, you stop Tinglu from getting poisoned. It's gonna be annoying as hell to kill. Even helps out Sama to be less as, so because doesn't worry about getting burned and whatnot. Plus, Feeny can do Nature's Madness to chip things down for Sama Center. And again, this removing the stats for Karen Black stats. Plus, it's still a good defogger. Even if it gets rid of it's still a good defogger. Who cares? So yeah, that's what I wanted to
T-Spikes are
say.
brutal for this team for sure.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Again,
T-Spikes would go crazy versus this team.
like Blastoise gotta run boots.
That's what I'm saying.
Poison-
That's awful. Yeah.
The fucking poisonous Grafaiai.
That
If you have
is
boots
true.
on a poison type, do they still remove T-Spikes?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I hadn't thought about that.
But yeah.
All right, and then the last I forgot, we do have Tay, who did make transactions. This is the fun one that Mystery didn't. But he dropped Joe Merrick, Mega Glalie, or Beetle in Persian for Appleton. He dropped Celebi. Celebi's Joe Merrick. Appleton, Miltank. He picked up Appleton, Miltank, Spidops, and Meowstic and made Appleton a Terra captain.
Way
Go
better. Way better. First of all, like James just said, Joe Merrick, get ready to learn Chinese, buddy. You will be fluent in Mandarin quite soon. Get the fuck off this team. Unfortunately, Glalie had to go with him. He was the sacrifice needed to kill off Joe Merrick. Probably took him in his arms and exploded. The refrigerate explosion. But yeah, you basically traded Terra Orbeetle for Spidops, who do the exact same thing, and I'd probably argue Spidops somehow will do it better, especially for 6 points less. And Terra Appleton is an awesome Pokemon with like Thick Fat, Curse, Leech Seed, Recover, Apple Acid. This one gets Earthquake and not Flapple, so L Flapple. Yeah, it's this is just way better. Like Appleton is like he's like a really good Terra option. And Miltank is like a fine backup, normal, gets rocks to take a little pressure off Donphan, that kind of stuff. So I like the team. I think this is one of the best teams now in D2, if not the best.
He picked up the perfect Chiyu counter too, which fucked his team. So
And that's what I'm saying, bro. Apple Gold, Appleton, with the Terra can literally check some high tiers. If you don't believe me, just wait. just let him cook. But plus, it's like with Tay's team, I like how he has his Terra types. His Terra mons are defensive and not offensive. Because like, look at the first 2 mons on his team, Urshifu and Naganadel. Yeah, he don't need any more good offense. He don't need
with
he don't need
Scizor and
offensive Terra.
Enamorus in the back for sure. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like having 2 annoying defensive Terra mons that people are got to prep for. Yeah, that sounds like a headache. Plus, you already got prep for Naga or Shifu. Now you gotta think like, man, is Dirt gonna stop me from sleeping, or is Appleton about to wall my win con? So yeah, I like Mr. said, I really like the changes. Besides Spidops.
Dirge is just so amazing with Spidops. I almost said Spidops because of you. Dirge is so amazing with Terra too, because like it's like a low key, like they can get out of hand. I've seen it in so many games, like just Terra Fairy or Terra Water, and it's a
Yeah.
defensive check, but then it's like you turn away for a second, then look back, and this fucking dirge
like,
is
damn.
+4 special attack, and it still hasn't taken any damage, and you're like, what the fuck?
That's my guy Vector. Yes, sir.
And so I really like what Jamall's saying as well. And then with Appleton as well too, like think of Apple Acid with Naga in the back too, just lowering things
Yo!
finesse. It's like that's super good for just the entire team. Or
That's
even
the
an
goat
Amber's
right
there,
there.
so really awesome.
Man, I love this mod. I love Appleton.
Yeah, I like I said, I think Tay's team is one of the best, if not the best, in D2. I think if you held a gun to my head and told me to pick someone to win, I think at this point I'm picking Tay. Like if you made me just because
You're
this
picking
team is
over
so
your
good.
boy.
Theo, I haven't even seen him play a game yet. Until he plays a game, I can't pick him.
I forgot. Damn.
We didn't even
We're
roast
doing-
him. We have the common Theo fucking L. That we're doing this later in the day, and he still hasn't played his game.
Yo,
Fuck
Hey,
you,
hey,
Theo.
They said they were playing at 7. That's not his fault.
Just kidding. Love
I
you,
know,
Theo.
man.
But I think it's between. I think the finals is just Theo Tay. That's the way too early finals
Yeah.
prediction. But the teams
Well-
are both teams are fucking nutty. So
In theory, yes. As long as Tay, Tay's not flying wagon food, so he may not choke. He may not choke up.
True. Hey, we thought Tay was going to be a huge contender in season 5 when he was here, and he ended up not even making playoffs in D2. So, there's a chance he just falls off. But his team is really good.
I highly doubt it. But yeah,
Thank you.
I agree. All right.
Are we doing best mon of?
Oh yeah.
of,
So
yeah.
new Windraiser thing that we're doing, or NCL Digest thing that we're doing. We're gonna do Mons of the week. So me and Mystery will each have our own, one for each for D1 and D2. And if we have a guest on, which today we do with Jamall, he'll also give us his D1 and D2. But we're gonna start
Yes,
with our
sir.
D2s. Jamall, you can lead us off.
Okay. Well, have to look again. It was very close, and I like the ones that my two other friends picked. But for me personally, I'm giving it to him. My boy Golden Gold, Goldengo, however you want to say his name. I feel like even though it wasn't like that impressive like offensively, even though it's the kill leader. Okay, shout out to him. But even though he didn't do too much offensively, I feel like he like really held down the team defensively, like made sure that Sky was in like a good spot in most cases. Like even though Steph didn't play the best, I feel like even if he did, go would still be the mon, like the glue to the team to make sure like, okay, if something's getting out of hand, I gotta hold it down. I mean, just look at his sprite, bro. He's ready.
Dude,
He
I
ready to
love
pull up.
Goldengo's sprite. He looks like he's about to fucking quick draw on your ass at any second. He's ready.
Exactly.
He's reaching for the Glock.
He ready to pull up. He is that guy. So
He's literally gonna make it rain on your ass.
True. That's why it was brought versus Rain. Ooh,
Exactly.
True.
He's the real
True.
Rain Master.
exactly.
Anyways.
Anyway, do you want me to go
Yeah, that's
next?
my pick.
Yep, go ahead, Mystery.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with Toros Paldea Water, who easily checked the Qianpao and the Mega. Oh, wait. No, it didn't come to the game. Oh, okay.
So
Well, then I'll go with the other side with Iron Moth, who destroyed Glimpse, was getting special attack drops left and right with Fiery Dance. I think he just had a huge impact. I thought Terra Steel was a good bring, even if you probably should have done it a little bit earlier. Ended up working out, so it's fine. Yeah, I like what Koinu did with Iron Moth this week. Put in the finest and broke down all of Glimpse's team for Qianpao and Korv to kind of just close the deal. So good job, Koinu. Good job, Iron Moth.
Bad
All
job,
right.
Glimpse.
Yeah, bad job, Toro. No, it's not Toro's fault. You know what? He should have been playing. This is a
All right.
coach fault.
We're going back to Mississippi. My mon of the week is the current, I think, kill leader, or up there, with the Taze Enamorous, which Rapid Flames just didn't have a great swap into and just kept pressure the entire game for him. Did a really amazing and ended up just cleaning the game up at the end. Scarf was a great bring, and it's really showing how versatile this mon is going to be, especially on a team with Naga and Urshifu. This can definitely be a low key contender for offensive mon of the year. So I'm gonna put it out there. Great job to Taze and Amorous. Anyways,
Yeah.
any thoughts before we move on to D1?
No. think we're good.
Go back to standings
Yes, I
for
am.
one last
Also,
look. What'd you say, Jamall?
that stinks so hurts. That's it.
Anyways.
Mr. Sharks deserves
didn't
better.
deserve
That's my
this.
comment.
Okay.
I better see improvement.
Anyways, here we are at D1. Not as spread out. No losses.
No 6-0.
No 6-0s, no 4-0s, no 5-0s. Only 3-0s and above, so or below, I mean. So very, very close. A lot of the games were very, very close, or all of them, I guess, were. So, and then we go here. So, sorry, you guys get to see a little bit sneak peek because we're doing this late. Fucking arc and
Oh yeah,
times went. So, we'll just move on here to the first game of the season for D1. The 1 a.m. special of Omar versus Tristan.
We call this the Midnight Classic. It is certainly one of the games.
I caught this.
I know this sounds stupid, but every Omar game I watch, I just go, yeah, this is an Omar game, and I turn it off.
I feel you.
Like, I don't know how else to put it, you know? Like, every time I watch
James,
Omar,
how you feel watching Omar games is how we feel looking at draft teams of yours. Yeah, this is a great team.
That's fucked up.
Anyway, poor Bob.
Yeah, poor Bob, man. Why didn't he get the Terra? I mean, I know Talon was good here with Terra, but sad.
All I'm
this
saying
wasn't
is-
Bob's fault.
That wasn't Bob. That was Handy Mandy. I don't know who that man was. He wasn't my Bob. He was.
That's not my Bob. See, like, we talked about this too earlier. If Tristan Terra flyings here, he kills it this next turn, but he just gets the kill immediately. Like, he doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't like
I
risk
don't know.
anything.
He doesn't risk anything by just Terra flying and like nuking something. I don't know why he did that, but still. Didn't really cost anything, but it could have.
Well, like Jamall said earlier, trying to resist U-turn potentially, but like it still does. I know it's not as much, but it's still like I feel like Talon would still take one at that range.
I mean,
Yeah.
and it's at the point too. Like, does it really matter if you're quad resisting U-turn because you don't have flame body? So what the fuck does it matter?
Yeah,
True.
so-
That's see. Yes, I'm like he's definitely should tear me. The only other reason, like I guess if you want to resist fire from Chiyu, but
Also, we
I
never
don't know if
talked
you want
about
to risk
this.
your win con like that.
Yeah, that's fair. Also, we never talked about this, but the fucking weird ass Omar Chiyu that undersped the fucking Rotom.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I was just like, oh yeah, Rogue
It was like almost max defense to live a Mach Punch from fucking Kong.
It's real as fuck.
Hey, but I know we did talk about is this car. It was holding it down.
This car, dude.
God.
This car.
He's not holding anything down other than his team.
That's crazy.
The car
That
didn't
was a
come in
bomb
as much
holder.
as the car should have came in, and it still almost pulled it out for him.
That was a bar, but that was crazy slander.
Look, man, I just I don't know. Like, you know what? It did what it had to do. It checked left, it checked B drill. That's about it. It got your
That's
party
what I'm
shut out.
saying.
But like, Tristan was one good play away from fucking winning this game, dude. Like, he just played so passive in the beginning, which this has been a common criticism of mine for Tristan, like, fucking forever. I'm sure James can find like old digest clips where I'd say it, but like he starts so many games like so fucking slow and like behind the 8-ball, and then he has to like catch up the entire time.
The thing is,
I
we
just
know like
Yeah.
exactly what you're saying. Sorry, not to interrupt you. But we know Tristan can like play. Like, he can make good plays and
Yeah.
knows how to play the game. So I don't know why he doesn't just like exactly what Mystery's saying. Just adding on, you can go. Mystery
He just needs to start faster, and like, you know, you
Or
don't
just
have to play
capitalize.
super passive. Also, that overheat miss sucks, but he should have breakbirded anyway. Yeah. Also,
that was a cool second point.
yep, I told run banded. Yes, sir. Easy.
But like, look at
Yeah.
the late game. Like, if you look at like the late game, you know, he starts party shot more with Revamp. You know, he's getting more kills with Dragon Pull. You know, he's like capitalizing more on his offense. Like, imagine he did this earlier. Like, he would.
Yeah.
This would be a completely different game.
instead of fucking playing like pussyfooting around, you just like play aggressive because you're capable of doing
like,
it and then winning the game.
Cause look at the end. Look, Clefable was at 20%.
And that was a roll.
That was a roll too.
That was a roll to
Like,
kill.
damn.
That was a roll to kill.
Moonblast was a roll.
Oh, okay.
What's crazy too, like I want to point out, is this fucking Tinglu came in 2 times in the game, took a Draco, and then died to U-turn, poison jab into U-turn, instead of like maybe being kept around to come in later, eat a hit, and then set up rocks or something that would have made this a lot easier. Because like fucking Landorus might have died earlier, and then your Rev Room would still be alive, and then you could spin out the Clef and then still win and stuff like that.
Or imagine, like, bro, even like if Tinglu got off like 1 Ruination, like, come on, look, this game could have changed completely. Like, like I said, like Tristan's like 1 strong hit from Conk away from winning. He's like one more pardon shot away from winning, etc.
One good play, one good turn that goes
one good aggressive play.
Yeah, so really that's the criticism I've had of Tristan for a while in his battles, is just like play with the same energy you have when you're like when you start behind 6-4 and it's like, oh fuck, now I gotta really play with like that all the time.
I will say like in quote unquote sports term, 4th quarter Tristan's fucking insane. Fourth quarter, what mystery? There's a team that's like this. What is it? It's not the Falcons.
I mean, the Minnesota Vikings. Oh, you're talking about like choking in the 4th quarter?
No, like I'm talking about like playing like shit. It's the I'm talking about like playing like shit for 3 quarters and then having to make up ground at 4th. Okay, I'm gonna link this to my own team.
I was gonna say the 2010 to 2015 New Orleans Saints that fell behind by 28 because Drew Brees sucked in the first half, and then Stat had the second half.
I don't want to fucking hear it, man. That was not it. All right, it was because our defense gave up fucking 28 points in the first quarter, and then Anyways, yeah, basically like that. If you can start just a little bit sooner, like you can play safe at the beginning, scout, do whatever, sure, but like you gotta like turn on the gas at some point, and it's got to be earlier than when you've been doing it. So
like I get like wanting some information, like I get that, like the little bit, but like as soon as you get like even a little bit of information, you should be like, all right, I gotta.
But like you could have taken that B drill out of this fucking game, dude. Like you could have just taken the B out and paired with Conk, and now you have a Conk and he doesn't have B, which is the fastest thing in the game. So like,
and Talonflame's still good.
Yeah, Talon. We just saw it. Tuco the fucking Latios anyway. He doesn't have a flying resist. Like, you don't need that. It was good, but you don't need the terrifying bravery.
And we see, and like, if Beatro's gone, the River Boom can just focus on checking Clef the entire game. Party
it's
shot
coming
out.
in on Clef all the time. It's party shotting out. It's doing everything it's got to do. So
what's great too, is because Clef can't do shit to it. And if you party shot out, you basically get free into Flame, free into fucking Rotom, whatever you wanted to do, you know. So
and even then, imagine if he was Rocky Helmet car, punish that B drill, just like how that Mega Lop shit got punished.
But B drill's forced to knock you and take that damage, and it's like it can't U-turn, it can't do anything. Like it's forced to knock you and then play around that. And the B drill just kept coming in over and over and over.
Yeah, B drill just lived a little too long. Cause I just realized too, like Taylor never set up rocks. Like what happened? Rocks went up. B drill punch in the air. It's like damn.
Anyways. A lot of time on this one, but overall, I think there's can be movement for both sides. Yeah. Omar, I'm gonna be honest. For you, I think it's a team thing. Not to be that, but I just think in team builder you're kind of losing. Like good win, great win. You play to your outs, but I just think it's a team thing.
Yeah, for sure. Plus, and like I said, I'll give him like a little pass because this is like at 1 a.m. Oh, wait. Actually, that reminds me though. Please click faster. Oh my goodness.
Tristan, please. Hey, come on, man. It was a little much.
You're thinking, but then we trying to
be fair, the only one that I'll give him is that the Rotom versus Chi-Yu play that took 8 years. He just could not figure out the Chi-Yu spread because it was fucking full defensive. So I can understand that.
but
people are trying to sleep.
Exactly.
Once you tell that, once you could tell that it's not speed, just fucking kill it. Go on. But all right, moving on.
Yes. Oh yes. It's my time.
Anyways,
mystery.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So I obviously James and Hunter are like my boys. I didn't want to help either of them, but I did have both their pace. I think you both did a solid job overall. I think like if Hunter's build was like a 9, I think yours was like a 6.5.
Fabio!
Unfortunate Fabio L. So I like, we'll talk about this armor set. It had lava plume. You could have just been offensive, but I understand like the Terra Fairy for Urshifu in general.
It was a cool thought process, yeah.
Yeah, Zero was supposed to be Terra fighting CC to two-coat Donphan because it was banded. He forgot to do it, so Terra Guard with Fairy ended up being the dedicated Terra, and it worked out for him because he was able to check the whatever it's called.
Great play.
The Armor Rouge. Yeah, amazing play going hard Zoro work on Rapid Spin to keep rocks up. And then if you want to pause here,
go ahead.
Just because I'm falling behind, the Zoro work being Terra Blast, like regular Terra Blast, and Bitter Malice to get around Soundproof and Bulletproof is like really, I don't know. To me, that's pretty high level shit for somebody that wasn't playing Mons about 7 months ago. I respect the fuck out of that from Hunter. Of course, confuses, but our valiant hero Hunter breaks through to get the toxic, and he lands again. You are not Pidgeot. Calm down. Miss one. This knock crits, and that definitely sucks. I think that was much bigger than the CC crit in my opinion.
No, it definitely was. I was just mad about the CC crit because of Fabio, but theoretically it wasn't a big deal. The crit on Ampharos winning.
I just feel bad.
Yeah, that was kind of my thing. I was just pissed because it was a really cool set, and it just basically I had to sack it at that point. So, like, if it didn't crit, I had the option to just go Armor Rouge and then do some cool stuff from there, and then get Fabio back in. But at the end of the day, it wasn't like a huge. I just didn't have a lot for fucking Zero or CC and stuff like that. I will say what's really funny in this matchup. Big shout out to Hunter. I wanna say if Hunter is listening to this, gotta have props to you, man. You out-prepped me for sure, 100%. The Zoroark stuff was really good prep. I'll give it to you there. I will say this, Mystery debated me extremely hard into that, but we talked about that before.
I think you're being a giant baby.
I think you're being a bitch. Shut the fuck up.
You were the one building with me in call, alright? I couldn't give you. I'm not gonna give you.
Well, the fact that you suggest like, oh, he resists, but you wanted this exact moment of him to press that, and then you just wanted to be like, Hunter's the go. Hunter's the best ever.
He is the fucking
Love you, Hunter. It was very good prep. I will say that. However, I'm sorry.
The greatest battler of our generation.
Mystery just made it a little worse, is all.
Playoff Hunter is top 5.
I definitely could have prepped better a little bit. I thought it was cool with the armor shit. I should have just gone flamethrower. I went lava plume, and then like last second had wanted to go flamethrower, but I was like, nah, I'll just fish for burns with stuff, and it would have just been better. What's really funny is the fact that Hunter messed up his Terra fighting Zero Aura. Like, Donphan would have been out of the game early, but I think it was funny because I think it would have kind of been worse for him, in a sense.
Armor should have been more tough because you had Terra Blast Fairy for Guz, so like he kind of had to like get the play right every time.
It would have been worse too because then he made himself weak to Torn, and he had no flying resist, so he could just come in and press Hurricane every single time.
Enough, you could have fished for static on it too.
Exactly, but overall, really good play by Hunter. I couldn't break. I'm just gonna play it. Yeah. I couldn't break at this point. I just couldn't break Borg with everything here.
You know what? At least Urshifu got one Armor Rouge. So W for Armor Rouge.
It was cool. I'm actually having a lot of fun already. And we'll talk about my changes that I made.
Also, W Guzzlord.
Yeah. It took that fucking +2, dog.
46.
I wasn't full special attack, but holy shit. That thing fucking ate. He said yummies. But
yeah, Covert Cloak would have been my. I said this in the last recording. Covert Cloak would have been my suggestion for Manaphy because you can set up on guard super freely.
Yeah. I understand Wakanda.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah. There's a Zero. I'm not like criticizing that hard. Just you could have gone like.
I think it's honestly just week 1 rust for me. James in week 1 is notorious. But I have to give shout outs to Hunter. He outplayed me and outprepped me. So good GG's, man. Played a good game.
I'm just the greatest of all time. I'm sorry. I'm afraid to say it. I think we're looking at young Tom Brady of draft leagues here. He don't even give a fuck about this. He'd be playing baseball for 10 hours a day, and then he just comes home and throws a team together.
He's like trying
to hit a home run. He's like trying to hit a home run. Showdown.
I can see Hunter watching film while just pressing fucking buttons on Showdown.
Absolutely.
It's
I
like
love Hunter.
he's like it's like when like shiny hunters watch something on the side. That's Hunter when he plays the game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
the goat.
GG's to Hunter. Hope to see him again. He's 2-1 on me, so definitely want to get him back for that. So big shout out.
Games what?
Maybe you guys will see each other in playoffs again. This was a
Yeah,
great
hopefully.
game of the week, though. We
Sure.
picked that one well.
It was a good game. I think overall, I think it was a good game. I think it was closer than even it looks. But
Bro, the Zorwar coming in. Whew,
that was a great play, man. That was a great play. I didn't think he was that ballsy because I had Mystery, I had Earthquake clicked for like a solid minute, and then I was like, nah, he's not going Zorak. I'm just gonna click fucking Raps. And he did, and I was like, this guy his balls are too big. I don't know what to do at this point.
He is like
Anyways, moving on. We got.
Oh yes!
Oh no! I'm gonna give this one off to Jamall. I'm just gonna press play, and I'm gonna.
I've been waiting for this boy. We got Times versus Robert. Okay, we got Mr. Bayonet's a good nigga. Avanize versus Mr. Lucky Ass Robert in the building. Now listen. I want you to know I helped Robert build a little bit because he's like, of course, he's like, I need help. I'm like, I'll look to it, bro. Don't worry. Because I'm like, especially since I ain't good, I want to. I'm like, I'll help out, for sure. So I was looking. I'm like, I need you to pause right here. So when we were building, right, he showed me his pace. I'm like, okay, you know what? For the most part, most of the team was the same. Like, I only changed one mon from it. Like, he had to make a Pidgeot. I put Bronze Song over it. And I suggested, like, a different mon, but he wanted to go, like, with something else. So I'm like, okay, you keep it, whatever. So I'm like, I changed it a little bit, gave some ideas. But I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna lie to you, my boy. This Greninja gonna put all-star numbers on you. He about to cook the tea. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give you Slitherwing. I'm a defensive Slitherwing, sir, because he was offensive first. But I'm like, you need something to check the grins. So I made it defensive. Like, it was able to like live like Specs heads. It need to land like 2 Specs Hydro Pumps that are not in the sun. So I'm like, okay, you just need to keep it healthy, whatnot. So then when I was seeing this, I'm like, oh no, why is Slitherwing at low HP?
Right.
Remember this, the grin check.
All right.
Play the match.
This is something for me and Mystery about to pop up on screen real quick. This is Greninja stats in this game.
What I'm saying, let's play the match. We see Slitherwing is low HP, aka the grin check. Let's see how that plays out.
Okay.
Let's see. I just need to give some background on that.
Here he is.
And look,
So
this
funny.
play sucks, right? Okay, it
Pause
sucks
it
that
for-
you got flinched, but you let your Gren check get taken down by a fucking Glamora of all things. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
you have to take a little bit of accountability there. Like, I'm not saying that it's your fault that you got flinched, but like, you have a Bronzong you can go into on the Glamora. You don't have to take that damage with Slitherwing.
Mhm.
Like, that was what people were trying to say. Is like, yes, you got a little bit unlucky. You also got a really good roll later on in the game, just to put that out there.
Mhm.
So
That's my thing. I'm like, to complain so hard about hacks, you literally had to switch in, but you threw it away. Like, I'm fine with you close combat the Gomorrah at first, predicting rocks, but after that, you should have healed. You should have healed here. Watch you turn. Like he had Morning Sun. Why did he never Morning Sun? He knew, like, that was the grin check. I just don't understand why he never healed it up.
And
Now
then
that,
this roll, this was a extreme roll in his in Times' favor, and he got it. So like, that's
shout out
one
to
thing
Great
too. Real.
He's that goat though. But
Yeah,
yeah,
wrote him living the fucking 2 Stone Edges to Planesplay and Burn. That was crazy.
yeah,
But you
like, I don't
basically
know.
didn't get anything out of your son other than killing the Dino. Which I should say that's good, but
Get
Mm.
sleeted.
That was
true.
my suggestion, because I'm like, he doesn't. Because I'm like, Torkoal kind of sucks this game. So I'm like, put Sunny Day on this. You don't need a fourth move.
Yeah. But that is nice to have, especially if you're not like a spec set. So
Yeah.
Dragon Pulse. Ugh, yeah. He was Dragon Pulse and Draco Meter. Holy fuck.
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I mean, like, that's kind of the moral of this game is like, yes, you got unlucky, but it wasn't Times' fault for a lot of it. Like, you put yourself in
more rough positions than you had to. That's what I was.
It
Like
was
this
just
literally
slithering.
never got healed. Like he never healed it. He just played bad with the grin check. I mean,
Yeah,
like
heal up. Like, why do you have to first? He's not staying in. You have first impression like as an option. They
exactly.
just, yeah, you played super. I don't know if aggressive is the right word, but like weird with the fucking the little slither wing. So
That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
Like
that's pretty much it.
that's my biggest criticism. It's just like, listen, and as we are seeing right now, this Grin is going crazy. He's like, Dragon Knight, we didn't need you. I'm the real MVP. You know, like I'm just like,
The fucking mirror.
I'm like, this was cool. Like you know, the Sarud had a chance. You know, it was looking like a possibility, but no, Iron Trace said shut that shit
This
down.
was an 84% chance to kill, and he got very upset about that as well.
That's too.
Yeah.
Man.
So Robert, I would say just try to calm down a bit during your games. I've been there where you're really frustrated about like hacks and how things are going during a game. You know, I know better than most people. I care about this shit. So just try to take a deep breath, and you gotta calm down. You can't let it control your whole battle, and then you make rough plays because of it. So
That's what I'm saying. Like, don't tilt so easily. Like, listen, I understand. I'm not saying he can't be mad about the hacks that happen to him. You know, everybody gonna be mad about some hacks. You know, it don't matter. Like, even if they play well or not. Okay, I'm just saying. You know, after the match, you know, instead of like attacking your opponent, being like, "Oh, I would have won if you didn't flinch. I would have won if you didn't get this." Let's look over the game, see what you could have done better first, and then you know,
Yeah,
going match
admit
discussion,
your own
be like,
faults before you start to point out others. Definitely one of those things.
exactly.
Because like it wasn't Times' fault that he flinched you. Like he clicked the
It's
button.
not
for
time. It's not Time's fault that you didn't heal your Slitherwing. Like,
Yeah, I mean he's just playing the game, you know. Like it's not Time's fault too that you got max roll fucking Stone Edge on Dragonite that he was setting up with, and he didn't say anything about that at all. So like, you know what I mean?
The only reason he brought it up was because you were complaining about hacks. So it's like, listen, like, and this applies to everyone. You know, you can complain about hacks. Just like, you know, take a moment first to see, did it really matter? Was there something else you could have done better? Okay.
yeah.
Mhm.
In the moment, you're going to be upset, but if you are, stay out of match discussion because like
That's the most toxic place for you to be, for sure.
Yeah,
Exactly.
right after a loss where if you get unlucky or things don't go your way, once again, I'm not trying to be a hypocrite because I've done it myself. I understand.
Especially if you easily tilt.
Yeah, like it, just take a second and be like, you know what could I have done better? And like
And
when I
just
lose,
to-
I get DM'd from a bunch of people like asking me about my plays and why I did certain things, and it kind of sucks because it's like I don't even get a second to like think about my loss.
Exactly.
I have to then immediately answer. It's like when you lose in sports and you have to go do media interviews right after. It's like, man, I need to think about this. I need
It's
to
like, give me a moment.
People are probably DMing you. No offense, but like you're probably not getting DMs like that. So just take a second and think about the game and then come back to match discussion and just come back a little bit more level-headed.
Yeah, because again, listen, if you like focused in, this could have been a different game. There was definitely turns like after the flinch where you could have like capitalized better and like
Slitherwing
could have
got
possibly
healed
won.
like 3 times even after.
Exactly, like and then like Great Tuz getting burned by Rotom Heat just to not even kill it. I don't know about that. You had to walk and wake, wall that shit every day. Like, I don't know. Like there was better ways to optimize, some plays. But
Also, I just realized that doesn't Robert hate walking wake? Why the fuck did he drag? Oh, never mind.
no, he likes Suicune, so he wanted
He
to
likes
try Walking Wake.
Suicune, but he always talks about how fucking this thing's an abomination. I've remembered that. I was like, he was so pissed about it.
I don't know, man.
I think he looks cool.
I like him too, but
Yeah.
fucking Robert goes off
Iron
about
Leaf
it.
sucks ass.
Anyways,
Oh boy.
now we have.
Oh shit!
Big
It's
stepper.
me.
We'll get to the real
Fucking
stuff.
on your bitch. I'm a big stepper.
Man, that's crazy. You really switch sides.
Well, I want to see. I want to see. No, I want to
Okay.
see. I want to see these
Okay,
3 on
okay.
the side. No.
Please
I want to see
don't ever put the
Rachi.
Jirachi and Weavile
Look-
next to each other.
Look at them.
Please.
They're all 3 next to each other. Look at them. This is the best crew ever. And then there's these guys over here. They're cool too.
What?
But look at it. Look at these guys over here. I'm sorry. I just like
Anyways,
looking
this
at Jamall's team preview every week is gonna get me so happy. I don't know, man.
Play the
Yeah,
fuck
this
game.
is
No, we gotta look
this
at
is
it.
me versus Taylor.
Yeah. Jamal, how are you feeling going in this matchup?
So
That
going
did
to this
fucking nothing.
matchup, I was like, man, I just put him as like the worst. I think he's gonna do the worst in D1. I'm like, I'm about to lose, bro. Cause usually week 1, I always lose. And I'm at opponent. I'm like, cause this matchup was like super weird for me to build for, right? Because one is Taylor, so I know he's gonna bring some like tech shit. I'm like, I already know he's gonna bring something unique. But it's also like his mons, like it's like, okay, if one of my mons do good versus 2 of his, then 2 of his mons do good versus it. So it was like, this felt like kind of like 50-50, 55-45. So I was like, this is so weird. But I'm like, okay, if I just pressure with my offense, I could win this game. I just need my offense to get going. And you know, as we see, up to this point, I got like a lot of things low, like the Zapdos, got rid of the Meow. That was a bad play. I should went Weave out, but for some reason, I was thinking I was faster. You know, this was really good. Like, even though we traded, you know, I'm like, get rid of Skarmy was really nice for like my Blastoise and Weavile. And you know, as we see, my boy Yusuke, yes sir.
This one was super weird. I don't like the torch song there at all.
I don't know why he
Yeah.
didn't swap.
Yeah.
I don't understand, but I'm like, guys, go time. Bang. I didn't have terrain, so I'm like, I gotta hit 2 hydros. You got
Hey,
this.
fucking on your bitch. I'm a big step up.
Unfortunate. I'm like, nah.
It's okay. It's okay because we cleaned up.
Okay.
What the fuck is this name? What the fuck is this?
Listen, it's Mikey. Listen.
I don't. Jamal, come on, man.
Listen. What was I?
I thought we were friends. Yeah, you could have named him James. I would have taken that.
I wasn't sure, bro, if you wanted to be named or not. I was doing.
I would be honored to be named after Weavile. This is Salem or this is James. I don't care.
Hey, listen, man.
Don't ever pull this shit again, man. This is the only.
That's gonna be his name. I'm sorry. You gotta have to hold that. Listen, it's James in theory, okay? It's James at heart, bro. But yeah,
I can accept.
like
I can accept the Jirachi name because I get it. But that's my guy, Sleepy Hollow. And come on, you gotta give me Weavile.
I was getting it.
I was a big fan of the Terra Electric here for a lot of reasons. The Skarm, it hits the Quaquaval, it hits the Zap, or well, it doesn't like super effectively hit the Zapdos, but it lets you resist its stabs and knock it static.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing.
I thought your build was really solid. I thought Naga and Rillaboom, like Rillaboom dying early, and then Naga also like getting knocked and taking a fuck ton of damage. And trading with Skarm was like a little worrisome. I was like, wait a minute, this Taylor got like a chance here, and then Blastoise immediately after said, "No, I am Shell Smash. I will win this game."
No, yeah,
so,
like I said, the Naga play was a little. I know when I was calcing, it said like knock when he killed Quaquaval, so I'm like, man, I don't want to miss.
I just want to point this out. This is the one thing I'll give Mystery from the beginning. This fucking did nothing. Look at this shit. That did 2. What the fuck?
Please pause. I gotta talk about this. I want you to know. So everybody watching, if you know, I want you to know I had a Moltres on my team, right? You would think like, come on, why'd you not bring Moltres versus the Meow? That's your best switch in. I agree. That's my best switch in. It does well this game. Cause like even though he has like Zapdos and Quaquaval, he can't really switch well into his stabs and it helps with Skarmory. But my thing is, and you know, I learned I know it's Taylor. I know this Meow's gonna have fucking Power Gym. And as soon as we were typing Master Sketch out, he was like, where's the Moltres? He's like, I had Power Gym for it. I'm like, I predict you that Power Gym. Oh, I was so happy. When he said that, I was like, oh, thank goodness. All the trouble building was validated right there. When he said he brought Power Gym, I'm like, I fucking knew it. And I knew he was gonna have a fly move for Mega Heracross. So I'm like, okay, my guy Broly, aka Rillaboom, you gotta be defensive. Hold it down.
I was gonna say though, dude, this was stab, like because of Protean, stab aerial ace to fucking super effective on fucking Rillaboom. That did fucking 47. What the hell? Yeah, I know that it's aerial ace at base 60, but holy shit, dude.
I was like max HP, a lot of defense, impish nature. I'm like, I gotta Rillaboom, hold it down. I just need a couple turns against this mon. And thank goodness the Zapdos got super low. That helped out as well, because that was kind of threatening. Because I'm like, all right, Jirachi, that's what you gotta check. We gotta check that mon, my boy. So thank goodness he let Naga get it super low. Same when the
Meow sucks ass. That's all I know. Meow is terrible.
Also, I do want to say for this part, literally the next turn, Why the fuck was this the Naga swap in? And why
What
the
else
fuck
is he
did it just
swapping in,
take
bro?
70? I don't know, man, but holy shit.
Well, he was supposed to, I'm pretty sure, get this Terran early, like lead with it in Terra.
What was
because
it?
Steel.
Terra Steel.
Okay.
Which by the way, the reason I triple axed with it was because when like Levi was out was because I thought he would be like a Terra that resisted knockoff. So I'm like, okay, I'm again with triple axle. Then I saw Steel, I'm like, oh shit. I was scared a little bit there, but whew, thank goodness. Thank goodness it worked out.
I mean, you were electric and you didn't die to one photon laser, so.
Yeah, and I lived like an earthquake, so it's like.
I don't think you got to play the whole game again. I think we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
No, I'm not playing the whole thing again. Sorry, I was just having it.
Gotcha.
All right.
All right.
Mystery, I'll let you take this one.
Poetic justice. No, I think Jamall needs to take this one. Actually, okay, I'll lead it off, and then Jamall, you can exercise some demons. I think Ark played very passive. I don't think he had a great Tapu Fini answer just from the jump. And Jamall, now that it's setting up, all you. This is I'm throwing up the oop. All right, I need you to throw this down.
Now listen, it's very ironic that Ark, the guy that when he had Fini, all he did was bring setup. Is getting cooked by setup Fini right now in front of our eyes. Oh my goodness, look at the scissor get burned. Like that brand sucked, but it didn't really matter. That shit was eating the bowl punches anyway. It's very funny he's losing to Fini. But yeah, I'm like Richard said, Ark was just playing super passive. It's very funny that he did have a lot for this, for like Combine Fini, or like setup Fini, because we talked about this. It was like a good thing that he was able to toxic it, even though I feel like Iron Man literally could have won if he just kept Draining Kiss. I don't know why he set up the Combine. I don't know why he scalded the fly score. Yeah. Like, he literally could have like got the 6-0.
Start Draining Kissing, my boy. Like, what are you losing? You're letting that toxic, like, just the overall damage rack up. Even if you're getting to full every time, it's doing more and more.
Also, bro really brought like tailwinds to Valley and singles. Very interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Now see, like after we get by, like Fini's just holding it down. Like I said, don't scald hit, just straight kiss. Just start kiss the whole team, okay?
Start kissing like you're a whore in church. All right, start kissing.
Exactly. Now see, after Fini dies, low key. With the mods Ark has left, I think he can bring it back with like Kieran Black and Iron Mod. Like, when there's a Kieran Black, there's a way. You see the damage he's doing. He's going crazy.
I'm sorry. Why the fuck did the 2% toxic Silvally swap out?
I didn't even realize that. True. And then he got screens. I'm just like, the more you watch this, it's funny that Iron Man's game plan this game was basically what our game plan is most games, aka set up and win. Like, bro had Combine, Iron Defense PD. He has Bulk Up, Annihilate. I know that's how Mitch with D-Dance. And then Cinderace is just there to do some damage.
He's probably SD too.
You know what? Probably, or Bulk Up? One of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think this was Ark's proudest showing. I think he'll bounce back, but for as rough as that Fini was, the fact that this was a
3-0,
a 3-0 and the Silvally's at 2% and this is at 29. I mean, you can do worse.
Yeah. Like, if Cinderace misses, that's a 2-0 right there. And again, I think personally though, the mistake after the Fini, like post Fini, is that I think he should have went Kieran Black first on the Annihilate and then go Iron Mod on it to get the kill. Because I think Iron Mod has a better chance of winning than Kieran Black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He still had a chance, so.
Still ironic though. He lost the setup.
Anyways, pretty much all the same thing. I don't got much to say.
Now there's one game left. Of course, you have to say that.
Oh man.
And then the last
what
one.
happened?
Big Munch.
Actually, can you switch sides? Look how wait. Look how cute it is with Paladin and Munchlax together.
They're buddies.
Exactly. I can't imagine Munchlax on top of Paladin.
Palafin looks like the kid that, like, the two kids on the playground and then somebody bullies them and Palafin goes fucking hero mode and he's like, what did you say to my friend?
Yeah, true. I had my wallet in my pocket during this game, and on this turn, I took it out and I put $5 on the desk. I said, if he sees me, I burn the $5, because I knew there's no way he'd do it. So, yeah, that's the only reason I stayed in. I didn't want to fall behind that early to U-turn me in show.
Nah, you were making a. Nah, I will say you were clowning that man show like most of the game.
This matchup sucked, man. Like I had to make plays to try and survive for as long as I knew this was Specs, by the way, instantly. I knew this was Specs. I don't know why it just hit me like a fucking truck.
Also, this Slowbro was cool. I know you misplayed it with the Megging, but
I took so long in the turn. I thought he would be like, oh, he doesn't have flamethrower, I'm staying into defog or whatever. But I should have, in hindsight, I wish I would have just teleported or slacked.
I mean, to be fair, this thing still did a lot of work, especially if you slacked here.
I should have slacked here. I future sighted. I should have slacked. Had to keep Munch healthy. Like I knew that one was going to be a Hydro, so I had to keep it healthy.
I read the scissor. Nice.
Yeah. And then he was max layer. This was what I was so afraid of because my defogger was fucking Coco. It just sucked. There was really not a whole lot. I could have maybe gone like hard Coco there. But yeah, just a tough matchup in general. I'm a little frustrated, but this team's kind of a learning experience. Like I've never used Palafin. I've never used Slowbro. I've never used Ceruledge. So
I do like this though.
Huh?
I do like that, instead of leading Palafin, you find a way to bring it in safely to get Terraform.
Yeah,
and he got like a kill.
Except he had max layers and fucking Rocky Helmet rough skin. Like it's like really unfortunate how it ended up.
It's just more like it's nice they didn't do the
Munchlax
basic
does not
lead
flinch in the face of Bundle. I'm sorry, Santa.
Munchlax
just does not give a fuck. Look at that too. He stayed in. He said, "We are the fighting check." Fuck off.
Once again, clown the man show. This man show is gonna be on suicide watch. I swear.
And then again, stayed in again.
That's what I'm saying.
We do not care. We do not care.
This man shall question his career right now. It's like, damn, am I really a fighting type?
Yeah, this Ceruledge was meant to set up on Toxapex and Hoopa, both of which did not come. So just really, I got his whole build wrong, and I already thought this matchup was dick. So I'm happy that I got it as low as I did. Scarf Mien was a really tough bring for me. I think Hoopa should have been here over the Sylveon, me personally.
For real.
Or the Pex, because I have a fucking Sneasler. It felt like he really like built for the exact team I brought, which was like kind of scary. I was like, fuck, did he just get me? Like, I don't know. I felt like I got outbuilt for the teams that we had, which definitely sucks. So, it's a learning experience. Try to move on and
I mean, it was close, to be fair.
Yeah.
Very close at the end.
That did not matter. Yeah, as he says in the chat. So, unfortunately, that is GG.
And listen, Pickle. I know Terra Normal Pikachu worked here, but I swear on my life, if I only see Terra Normal this entire draft,
I thought it was gonna be Terrafire when I started the battle. I was like, that the only thing I have for this is Ferrothorn. If he's Terrafire, I can say.
I'm like, please run different Terra types. I'm tired of seeing fake out trees. I want you to know right now, I'm running Rocky Helmet. I'm running Rocky Helmet for it. Whole team about to be Rocky Helmet.
Anyways, we'll go over transactions really quick, and then we'll do your guys' Mon of the Week.
All right.
So for transactions, I know that we have a few actually.
Start with Iron Man.
Yeah, yours.
Yeah, we have a lot actually though. We have Iron Man, Taylor, and then me.
All right.
So we'll do Iron Man. We'll just go in order. So Iron Man dropped the King Goat bait, which
W.
We are in this shit.
King Gambit got dropped. King Gambit, Rotom Frost, Scorbunny, Sandaconda. I think it's supposed to be Scolipede.
Who the fuck is Scorbunny?
I'm
I'm
no Easter egg. Yo, hey, play the song again. He dropped the Scolopy.
Oh, he dropped the Scolopy.
Let's go!
It's gonna be so loud. It's gonna be so loud. I'm sorry, everyone. No,
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what...
Let's
I need to
go!
put a volume warning on this fucking.
What you? Yeah, cause I'm in it. I'm the guest.
Anyways, Sandoti, Leaf, and Leafeon got dropped for Thundy, Eye, Mega Aggron, Toadscruel, Avalugg, and Skuntank, making his Terra captains Toadscruel and Avalugg.
Oh, Christ.
I mean, look, I really wish Thundy was Terra, but you also have two like pretty greedy Terra captains as is, so whatever. I guess it's better. Like, I prefer looking at this like from Annihilate to Screamtail. I prefer looking at this more than the old team, right? Because it doesn't have like random Scolipede, random Rotom Frost. Like, I think this is better, but I don't think it's like still an above average team. I'd probably give it like a, I don't know, he was what, second last in my power? He's maybe moved up a spot or two at most, so I don't know. It's fine. Like, I really like Thundy Eye. I kind of wish, like I said, he was Terra or like had more of a role to be Terra. But it's okay. You're still kind of having the same issues with like speed and stuff, so
All I gotta say is, I never seen a team fall off and like they're so hard. Usually it's like, you know, you draft a bad team and then you fix it. My man, Iron Man doing the reverse. He drafted a godlike team and it made it worse. Yeah, but no, like seriously though, like Mr. was saying, like this is kind of like a similar case to Rose, where it's like it's technically an upgrade, but it's also like, you know, still not the best.
yeah.
I don't know.
Iron Man, if you ever want to sit down in a call with me and build a team, I'm down. You know, I'm your guy.
Me too.
I think you're a good guy. So if you ever want to
Yeah.
like, build a team, let me know.
Listen,
I got some monsters.
listen,
not with
appreciate
James.
Iron
Do not
Man.
work with James. He will give you the word.
What you mean? I got most of the J months.
True. Azel's still there. No.
I'm still saying Swellow's still on this board.
Who needs Thundy when you can have Swallow?
But this is not what we need.
Fuck this
We need
Salamence.
anything
We
else.
picking the better Terraflying.
Oh hell no. Nah. But yeah, I'm like, listen, all right, man. I still think you'll do well. Okay, you know, I'm still rooting for you. I'm not against you, bro. I'm with you, especially since you got Red Scolopy. So you know, big upgrade.
Major.
I'm just like, I think the team can still use a little bit of work, but yeah.
Anyways, moving on, we go to Taylor's transactions, who dropped Mega Garchomp, Skarmory, Lycanroc Dusk, Grand Bolt, and Muck for Mega Mawile, Nihilego, Sandoti, Regigigas, and Altaria, and he changed his Terra captains to Skeledirge and Sandaconda. So
That's the
with-
big part of this transaction. That's the big part of this transaction.
That's
is
what I'm saying.
getting Terra off of Zapdos, which does almost nothing for. I mean, I shouldn't say nothing, but like, it's not a mon that really needs or like even really gives a fuck about Terra. And now getting Skeledirge, you take so much like of the Terra defensive pressure off of Necrozma, where that can be more offensive. It can be like an offensive Terra. So that's really cool. And overall, like, I actually, all right, now don't flame me. I kind of like Sandaconda like a lot.
Yeah,
I
I
think
don't think it's bad.
I think he's kind of good, like Rocks and Glare, and like as a Terramon, he does get Terra Blast, so he can hit his counters like if you really need to.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, he's in this deck, so
I almost forgot. Yeah.
so like I really like him. Like I think he's good for 6 points as a Terra captain. Like that's fine. I think you improved your low tiers, although I miss Muck. Like having Regigigas is like low-key good for like some matchups. Altaria is whatever.
I like
you kept shit into it.
Yeah.
And Nihilego, I know James doesn't think it has a role on this team. Whatever. Like it's like
It's not bad.
fine. It's whatever. It's probably the worst part about this transaction, like in terms of just team. Oh, I didn't even talk about the Mawile. That's fucking incredible because Mawile's goated. So yeah, I like this team. I think it improved much more than the Chomp Lycanroc doing the same thing challenge that you had going on
And then he dropped
before.
both of
So
them. It's just-
yeah.
And he got best still. I mean,
yeah. So
But
I don't know
yeah,
what you guys have to think, but I think these are a big improvement.
So-
I mean, I think you covered it most of it. Oh, go ahead, James.
My biggest thing with this is I definitely think the team got insanely better. However, my thing with this is that you're asking Mawile to do a lot of steal things on this team. Obviously, Necrozma and Skeleturge can take that pressure off of it. However, I kind of hate that in the fact that it forces Necrozma to have to run defensive Terra and or.
I don't agree.
Skeleturge.
I think yeah. So what? Like that's what they're good at though. Like
I mean,
they're good at
Skeleturge,
being-
yes, but like I feel like it takes like weird pressure onto Necrozma to do a lot. However, I can see where you're coming from for it. I agree with the fact of I think it's okay. I just don't see the point of Nihilego here. I would have went and grabbed a lower tier steel or something else to help pivot into Mawile. However, I think the team is infinitely better than it was before, so I don't have like infinite qualms. The Sandaconda's whatever. If Mystery likes it,
That's
sure.
my guy.
That's Sando T, so whatever.
That is.
I mean, there's a reason why it's being used so much in the lower tiers and stuff for its tier.
Yeah.
It's good. So I'm not like pressed about the Sandaconda at all. I just don't love Mawile being the only steal and Nihilego. I don't know. I just don't see the role for it. I feel like you're always gonna bring Meowscarada or Quaquaval or Zapdos over it. It doesn't feel like it's gonna have a matchup.
As someone who was drafted Necrozma Mawile, I can tell you that they are a
that's
great
cool.
pair together.
No, I'm sure they're a great pairing. I'm not saying that they're not. I'm a really big person with flexibility, and I want, like, especially with this kind of team, like, the triple starter's goated, but I feel like you need a lot of flexibility to make this team work. And I just don't like the forcing of roles, which I don't necessarily think it is, but I can find, like, if there's a matchup where Dirge just isn't amazing, it's really hard. Like, if you have a good offensive Necrozma set, but you just can't really run it because you need an extra steel type for, like, I know he already faced it, so whatever, but, like, the Naga matchup is still really rough in that aspect.
He's got Regigigas now.
I mean, I was gonna say, yeah.
and
Reggie,
Nihilego
sure.
can go like AB Nihilego.
Until
I
he runs
ain't
Iron
said
Tail. Beat your ass. Easy.
I mean, y'all both covered like most of what I was gonna say. I mean, Mystery said, I think Taylor fixed the biggest issue I had with his team, which was basically having like 1 to 2 Terramons I really cared about. Cause like, I know Omar has no Terramons, but Taylor basically had 1 despite having 4. I'm like, it's funny too, cause like when I was building, I actually respected the Terramon more than the Terrasapdos. I'm like, yo, this may be the Naga tech right here. But anyway, so I think he fixed that problem. I'm glad to see Terra Dirge, cause like, you know, Dirge is a decent mon without Terra, but it's like a great mon with Terra. So
Absolutely.
I agree,
That's a good change.
100%. Yep. And like
And-
with my point before, Mystery, I don't think it's like a bad, like I don't think this team's bad because of the point I just like pointed out. It's something that I personally would be looking into for matchup dependency kind of
No,
things.
I get what you're trying to
Mm.
say, and yeah, I know you're all about your flexibility and glue and all yada yada. But look, I use Mawile all the time. He can be a steal just fine, you know. Like he's got this. Especially like Taylor's so good at EVing. Like I think that's the crazy thing about like NCL, like how much Taylor's developed from season 1 to now is like
Yeah.
he went from drafting like Butterfree, Zygarde 10% to he'll send me pace with like EVs in every single stat, and they all have something, like they all actually do something. And I'm not talking like every stat but one, like every stat, and even including the nature being lowered. Like he'll just do some crazy shit, and he's developed into such a good builder and battler. Well, at least compared to, you know, what he used to be. But he's obviously much better than he used to be. So
No,
Yeah.
yeah. As I was saying, it's like I see where James coming from, because like, you know, I use Jamall like once. I do agree that it's not like bad at playing like the most like the steal role of like the defensive part of it, but you know, usually you want something else to be the dragon check. But like Mr. already touched on this, I actually think Regigigas is a fine like secondary answer, because like, listen, I know he got slow start. Oh no. Listen,
I
he
actually like
bulky as
Regigigas.
hell.
I actually like Regigigas.
Reggie-
We were talking about
Regigigas. No, that's what I'm saying. Regigigas bulky as hell. Like it's basically like you can kind of think of it as like a Snorlax or something like that. Like I actually like it. it can like really check, especially with like protect. You know, it can check like really good offensive mons. Like I remember someone brought it for my Hydreigon, and that Hydreigon was in hell trying to
Draco's doing like 23, and you're like, oh.
Exactly. I'm like, come on, man, you're not even resistant.
I
So
brought
I'm like,
Regigigas against Mystery in the finals in season 4.
Yeah, and then
it did really
yeah.
well.
Gearna brought it all the way to 1% just for Ashkar to be like, oh, yummy. Mine.
But yeah, I'm like, I think Reggie Gigas does a fine job, and like even the Crossbud too. Plus, come on, bro, like they're just basically an unfairy type. You know that's Fire Ghost Fairy right there. So, it's not that big of an issue. Even though I agree, if anything is more so, the one thing is like the Rockers are a little weird. Listen, I did see Sandaconda in practice. I think it's like cool, but I just want to see it. But I think that's like the weird part. Like the Cross may feel a little pressured to run rocks most games, but that's not even like a bad thing.
He's got
think,
4
like, you have
rockers.
two-
with
Plus, they
Sandaconda
Lego.
wanting to.
But like
Here's my thing.
at least they Lego can set up rocks.
You have Spikes, Meow as well, but on top of that, you have 2, I think, like good offensive rockers in Mawile and Nihilego. Like they're both fine, and then Necrozma, yeah, it'll probably be rocks quite a bit, but like I guess I'm just higher on Sandaconda than most people, so I think
Like I said, I just haven't seen Sandaconda mystery, so I'm like, I got
if Sandaconda works, I think this is a really good team.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I
I'm not,
agree.
and plus the rock thing was a minor point. That's like
Yeah.
the one criticism I got. But outside that, I think
Sando
it's
T
good.
is the linchpin of this entire team.
What's crazy? I agree. Yeah, Sando T is definitely holding this fucking game.
Yeah, he's like,
this is a
like
5+ game Sando T. So
Mhm. He's like the X factor. He's like, okay, if this mon does good, the whole team's eating.
Yeah, if he ends up going like 6-2 in 6 games played, you're gonna be like, yeah, like this thing was pretty good. Held down the fort as a ground type. So, and ground is a really important type. If you don't agree, make sure you watch my video
Oh my
ranking
God.
the Pokemon types. It'll be linked down below.
I'm not linking
James?
this shit. You can go.
You didn't link my channel in the last video, you cunt white. All right,
Sorry.
link my shit.
I forget, man. I'm sorry.
I
Well,
continue.
start doing it. I need the self promotion.
I'm not doing it anymore. Thanks,
Bro.
guys. All right, and then going to our last changes, which were mine.
Yeah.
I went ahead and just a couple changes. I dropped the Dunsparce and my boy Fabio. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Throw the 2s on the side there. Throw the 2s on the side for the week in the transaction spot. God, this guy James, I swear.
Shut the
There we
fuck
go.
up. Anyways, I dropped the Dunsparce and Mega Ampharos, and I picked up Torracat and Baby Gunna here.
And then,
My Terra Captains, however, this is the big change. You'd think, oh, he just gave up a lot of points for a 2 and a 1-pointer. However, I changed my Terra Captains to Komodo, Armarouge, and Baby Gunna. So,
man, Fabio really got dropped in the game to get dropped in transactions. That's crazy.
I didn't want to do it to him. I actually took a while to do it.
Hunter ended this man's whole life.
Sarah
But-
Orr really said, I'm the better electric. And it was like, well, damn.
I really would debated it because I actually enjoyed making, at least building with Fabio, even though he got absolutely neck dropped in the game. Sorry, Fabio, shouldn't have gotten crit. But basically, my thought process was with this was the Dunsparce was a cool low tier normal, and Fabio was cool there being the mega, but like I was really thinking about how much use I was gonna get out of it, and just overall, I felt that Komodo being Terra really gave me some top end pressure with my top 6 already being so good, and it also took off pressure of basically only prepping for Terra Armarouge, and Komodo, as we know, is an absolute fucking demon with Terra, so this gives me a lot better setup options, I believe. And like that was the one thing I was like, I obviously have good setup with Chinpao, Tornti, Goldango, and Manaphy, like all good setup mons, but like just with speed setup in general, Komodo just kind of takes the wheel for that. And like Clang Soul sets and throat sprays check. I cannot talk, dude.
Oh.
Throat spray sets.
There you go.
And DD sets as well. It's so versatile and so like unpredictable that this Terra just makes the whole team. I felt like it blew the top open. I feel like just weighing the I was like, do I want depth of these two Mons that'll come to combined maybe 3, maybe 4 games? And then like Komodo is going to be coming to 8-9 games like minimum. So I was just like, I'll get the same kind of usage out of like Torracat, which is a good low tier 2-pointer. Grottle's still here, and then Baby Gunna is here for the Dragapult matchup. I'm just gonna be for real with it. So
Harris will approve.
Yep. So I felt like I just got so much more value. I did lose depth, and this is fun fact, Jamall. Did you know this is the only draft I've ever had where if the format allowed megas that I did not have a mega. So.
Oh really?
Yep.
W.
So I'm really, really excited for this. I think it just made the team better. I don't think it was like crazy, but I think like this really blew the top open of my top 6.
No, I agree. I definitely agree. You know, getting Terra Komodo, despite not having Terra Blast, he's like one of the few months who's like, I don't give a damn. I got enough coverage. He got enough coverage anyway.
I legit any fucking type you can basically tear into, you have stab for it.
Exactly.
So it's
Especially since Komodo's like a mod where you can run defensively or offensively, so it's good. Like Terra for it feels like a match made in heaven basically. Outside of his like signature C move. But all I'm saying is I'm not looking forward to finding it. That's the only reason I'm sad that you got Terra Komodo, because I'm like, damn, I don't want to fight that.
A big thing too is not only is it so good like offensively, I wanted to touch after you guys talked, but I'll just go ahead since you said it. I really love what it does for my team defensively too, because like Manaphy being my bulky water is obviously it's good, but this like frees up Manaphy so much, so I loved it a lot. Because this allows like, if I just have a good offensive game, I can just go ham with Manaphy with like a choice Specs, choice Scarf, or even Tail Glow set. Now Manaphy like,
well, Komodo's sitting there,
yeah, it can just eat shit. Yep, exactly. Roaring shit out. We can do whatever we want, you know, body pressing, whatever we want to do. So I'm really, really excited for this. I like the team a lot. I love the pressure it takes off of Armor Rouge too. So
true.
That's the only thing is that it feels like Armor Rouge will not be Terra very often, which is sad because he's cool.
Yeah, we see him in the most value mine. Yeah, we may not see him there soon.
But yeah, I like the changes. I think Komodo is worth the Dunsparce and Amphiros's lives. I know. I love Fabio. Like, shout out to CTC, man. We gotta say it. The GOAT, the all-time team building GOAT. We love the Fabio teams, but he's Fabio. He's
bro got dropped on his back.
I just this top 6, honestly, the top 7 is just crazy. Like, you have one of the most consistent grounds in the format, in my opinion, of Don Fan. You have Chien-Pao, Tornteagle, Dingo, Manaphy, and then 2 awesome Terra captains. I do agree that Terra Komodo takes some pressure off Manaphy because you can be like Terra Water if you need a bulky water, and he can probably do it just fine. But Terra Fairy, Terra Steel, just for like setup, sweeping potential.
Terra don't want to get types, just to boost the moves.
Yeah, just go Terra fighting either body press or DC. Like
that's like one negative about Komodo, where it's like his stabs aren't like strong, because like clean skills only like 100 base power. Close combat's like 120. That's the only strong move, but
so you know,
getting rid of a 4 times weakness is always really great too.
Especially when you're such a setup dependent Pokemon. Like, you really have to like have you have to figure out what this Terra is going to be ahead of time, because you need to have like extra counters for it. It's just it's a lot more difficult to prep for. In the future, this is just something you could do. If say Dingo's not working out for you, and maybe you call up old Omar and ask him for Orthworm, because Shedtail is really fun with Terra Komodo. You could also get Cyclizar out of free agency, but Cyclizar is like 16 points and mid.
Exactly. Earthworm, you got a niche.
So
that's my guy worm.
It's just an option, you know. Maybe he's tanking at the deadline, trying to get back to D2. You can just call him and be like, "Hey, I'll give you this Dingo. You can try him out, and you give me that Orthworm. We'll make the points work."
Even that option is low key. You can replace the Take-a-Ton in the future. I'm not saying it's like bad, but
or trade the Tinkaton for the Orthworm. Man, okay, and you just gotta figure out one. You just take like Terra off Armor Rouge. You're like, okay, cool.
Also, Mystery, it's funny that you said that. It's because when I was sitting here, I'm thinking like, wait, yo, soundproof and bulletproof's gonna go so well with Terra as well.
Yep.
Like,
Exactly. So
like, I won't say anything. I won't say any ideas. I don't.
No,
won't leave,
I know
but-
what you're talking about immediately.
Yeah.
I mean, if anybody
Uh,
understands, linking the dots together with this, but yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I won't leak though.
The Shed-Tail would be really fun with like Manaphy, Komodo, Chien-Pao. Like I just think that's a cool option to look into. So keep that in mind.
Cool.
But yeah, true. So that's all I got. Good changes overall.
Mhm.
Less
All right,
depth
guys.
for more top end.
We
talent.
are finishing up with our Mons of the Week.
I'm going first.
Go ahead.
Okay.
You can go.
Hunter Zorwork.
Of course.
I'm sorry, it's just
Damn.
true. It's just true.
No,
This is the
you're
best
right.
0-0 of the week.
That's
Like
why I said damn. I'm like,
that's my pick. All right. He did great. Like like the Zorwork or Shifu thing all season is going to be so tough for some of these people, man. Like really think about it. Like this is so tough to swap into. If Hunter plays this well like he did, this week the whole season, I think we got a chance that he goes back to back. It's really tough, but there's at least a chance. We have our first back to back winner since Will in season 1 and 2. I'm proud of Hunter. I thought the Zorwork, the playing with like switching into rapid spin, the building with the Terra Blast, Bitter Malice, like he just did an awesome job. So I'm proud of Hunter, and that's my boy.
Yeah, for sure. All right, mine will be a big shout out to what's his name, Arc here, because I'm giving mine to set up Tapu Fini against
you mean Iron
Archangel.
Man?
No, I mean shout out to Arc because he got swept by it basically.
Oh, true.
Love you, Arc, but Tapu Fini, he's not on screen. I'll move the screen a little bit. Here we go, so you can see him. Yeah, my Mon of the Week goes to set up Tapu Fini that set up against its old running mate, Archangel. So gonna give it a shout out to there. Good start to the season for Iron Man, especially with the team. Let's see if he can pull some wins off. But shout out to Tapu Fini.
All right, see, I got 2 in mind. But I'm gonna give it to the Mon on the team that won its game. And it's fitted too. My Mon of the Week is gonna be none other than Gren VP on Time's team.
Yes, sir.
Like I said, shout out to Robert for throwing away Sudaway. But even outside of that, even though Robert didn't play the best, the Times capitalized the Greninja. He did what he had to do. Like I said, he was putting on all-star stats, and that's what he did. He said, "I'm going crazy."
Mystery, play the bit real quick.
All the lights.
Yeah.
I don't think we should play it a third time. I'm not gonna do it.
Nah. Just put up the picture.
Okay.
Put up the picture
We'll pull
again.
it up. We'll pull it up.
Like I said, that Greninja, it literally, Dragon Knight went down early, and Times wasn't even sweating. Greninja said, "Don't worry, team. I got you. Do you know who I am? I'm
Is there a
Gren
better
VP."
combo in this league than NCL and Greninja?
That's what I'm saying. He's like, do you not know this is my league?
This is his.
This isn't
He's like,
this
you know
isn't
what?
Wilt Chamberlain's actual
It's
stats.
like-
This is Gren VP's
Nah,
stats in
Gren
NCL.
Gren's like, you know what that N stands for in NCL? Ninja. That's me. That's me.
Ninja
So of
Warrior.
course, he's like, "What's up, my Ninja Warriors?" So of course, Greninja will put that's my guy. I'm gonna give it to him. So good job, Times.
Mystery.
And,
The points are the,
do better,
are the
Robert.
kills, the rebounds are the wins. We just go from there.
Exactly.
Yeah, I as someone who's Gren and Ash Gren, I can tell you that he should have 2 MVP seasons right now if fucking Chris and Slink didn't vote for stupid ass Zapdos on Buxton's team. That's the only thing I've ever disliked Buxton for was that Zapdos getting MVP. And it's not his fault. It's Slink and Chris. Fuck you guys. It should be Gren should have won MVP in season 2, and then Ash Gren should have had season 4. Those are the
Hey,
2
who
best
knows?
Pokemon seasons.
Who knows? Greninja's on his way. He could have been
Yeah, I mean,
closer.
look, if he keeps up this pace, he's got 27-0 coming.
Could have been closer if he got brought back in week 2. But that's something for y'all to see next time.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you for Jamall and Mystery joining me. Really appreciate you guys, and big welcome
course.
back to the Windraisers channel and NCL Digest in general. I'm super excited to be back and excited for you. Before he gets a big head and before he starts yelling before we end it, go ahead and follow Mystery on Twitch and YouTube.
Whoa, don't steal my thunder. Follow me on Twitter at Based Mystery. So do me on YouTube. I will be in the description, or I will kill James. You'll find me there.
I guess
make sure you
you're
follow
week
me on.
2. Thanks for the 1 week of Windraisers.
No. All right, make sure you follow me on Twitch as well, Mystery CD, and follow Jamall on the Smell Gun forums.
You know, hey, who knows? Maybe I'll have a YouTube link one day. But
Yo.
once I get a computer, cause fuck this shit ass laptop. Anyway.
Anyways, thank you to Jamall
thank you
for
for
joining
having
us.
me.
Yep, of course.
Thank
I
you
hope
for
to have you,
inviting me. I
I
always enjoy talking about mine. I always like ranting. If you ever want to hear my opinion about whatever, you got questions, you can always DM me on Discord.
If you ever have any questions about Kieran Black, hit my guy up. Anyways.
True. you need help prepping with Kieran Black. Rose, I'm looking at you. You in my DMs. I don't care who you fight.
I already
you
know Art's
fighting.
in your DMs.
Oh, of course. I don't care who he's fighting. He could be fighting Mystery.
Ark
I'm
when he
giving him
wait
the-
no hold on you know what we gotta do it one more time. Ark when he sees someone he can bum free building off of. I love you, Ark. I love you to death, Ark. Don't get mad at me.
But yeah, I always like talking about mine. So thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. Anyways, we're gonna end it here. Thank you guys for joining. I'll end it on standings over here. Should have had that before, but bad streamer, bad recorder. Anyways, see you guys later. Peace out. Catch you on the flip side. Bye.
Peace.